guy who's trying to do that, but with like some Winklejohn strategy
and he's young. He's only like 26, right?
He's
gonna be a problem.
He's
got a lot of time. Man.
How about
Super
Woodley Till,
aggressive.
bro?
I am okay.
Fuck
here,
your
I'm
interim belt,
stunned.
Colby.
I'm stunned.
That's the UFC talking.
But Colby just had to get a nose operation
for sinuses.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. Colby goes, and I spoke to someone very close to Colby. Colby goes, dude, I'm down for the fight. I just went 5 rounds. Woodley's been out for how long? I can do it in October, November. Just let me get ready. I'm gonna have sinus surgery.
That's fair.
And they went, nope, strip me of the belt. Till, you want it? And Till's like, fuck yeah, I'll take it.
See, that seems to be a problem for anybody that's considering taking an interim title fight in the future. That's what Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega saw that, and he was like, listen, they're offering him when his fight got canceled because Max Holloway was running into all those medical issues. They offered him a fight for the interim belt, and I think it was against Jeremy Stevens fighting this weekend.
They offered Frankie Edgar and Jeremy Stevens.
And so Frankie Edgar one's crazy. That doesn't even make any sense.
No.
That's what Brian's saying.
Yeah. And so then Jeremy Stevens is fucking dangerous.
Yes, he is.
He is.
Talk about a guy who puts you to sleep.
Fucking dangerous. For anybody, he's dangerous.
Such a good fighter.
For anybody. He is guns blazing. He's fighting Aldo this weekend, son.
I know.
That's a great fight.
That's a great fight. So
at 55, right?
So
all those
45.
45.
What?
So they offered him.
All those at 45.
They offered him
it's tough time
Ortega.
to wait.
They offered Ortega a fight with Jeremy because Jeremy's already cutting weight for this fight, or training for this fight, which is only a few weeks later. And he says, well, it's interim title. It doesn't mean anything. I want the real belt.
Fighters don't take it serious.
Well, here's why they shouldn't now, right?
Well, this is a basic example. Like, why would I fight for an interim belt? You just strip Colby.
Now, this is us assuming that we know the whole story, right? I don't know the whole story. I haven't talked to Colby. I haven't talked to Dana.
You haven't talked to Colby?
But I don't.
I think
I am
the
not a
conversation-
fan. I'm
yeah.
not a fan of the idea of an interim title. Unless there's extenuating circumstances, like someone's got a broken leg, they have to be out for 6 months.
But
or
Woodley
a
was
year.
out. But it should be a year. If they're out a year, you got to do something.
this
So
is-
Woodley was out a year,
yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why it made RDA. It made sense. And also, just to play, if I'm Dana, hey Woodley, we need you to fight, and you want these super fights, turn-down fights. What can we do? Let's force his hand, create this interim belt. He's been out a year, which I like.
I wasn't talking about that. I was
But that's
talking
all I
about
was
Brian
saying.
Ortega.
Okay, gotcha.
I was talking about Brian Ortega because Max Holloway's defended fairly recently, and he was getting ready to fight Khabib. It's not like he's been out a while. They offered him the Khabib fight. He tried to cut weight for it, and he might have fucked himself that way.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
We
it's
don't know.
entirely possible. They're still trying to figure out what happened. Well, one of the pieces of speculation is that his body started shutting down because he went through a real bad cut when he was trying to make the Khabib fight at 55 on super short notice.
That's a hard thing for him to make. 55
He's
is hard.
huge.
He's huge.
Fights at 45.
Huge.
He's
He's like
huge.
185.
What?
Yeah,
He's
dude,
hu-
Max is a big fella.
Well, Ortega's fucking huge too.
Well,
Both of them are
Ortega
huge.
goes up to 85. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe I stood next to him. I was like, how big are you? He's 45.
Holloway's bigger.
Holloway's bigger. And so this is the problem with these guys. They need a lot of time to get down to this weight, right? So Holloway trying to do that, this is pure speculation. Holloway trying to do that it was very hard for him. His body broke down, and then in cutting weight for this fight, once his body started the water load, his body knew what was going on and started shutting down. This is speculation, pure speculation. But here's my point. You can't until you know that he's going to be out for a certain amount of time, it seems like an interim title belt is almost disrespectful.
Yes.
Like he's the champ.
Makes zero sense.
But I think I
It's a
feel
slap
like it was
in
a
his face.
corporate
Once
decision.
you find out.
But I feel like it was a corporate decision where they went, okay, we have to fight. We need to fill this gap. We have to fight. Woodley has to fight somebody.
Of course.
You're talking about something different.
Yeah, but I'm saying they go. We want. There's got to be a title fight.
How about you have
Okay.
this? How about you have this? How about you give the Colby retains his interim title because there's extenuating circumstances with him medically.
Yeah.
He had to get nasal surgery.
Yeah.
He's out until November. Colby gets the next shot. Whoever the fuck wins this fight, Colby fights next.
Yeah.
Don't strip him.
See, but you haven't talked to your boy Dana. Maybe he's saying that. Maybe
They
he's
were
like,
saying
dude,
you're
we're
stripped. They're
well,
saying
no, you maybe listen. Fuck your belt, but you will get the next shot.
Right.
Whoever wins this, we're taking your belt.
I had heard
We
that
have
they
to
were
do
trying
this.
to. Well, maybe it was Usman. Usman wants to fight Till next. And he's like, let's do this for the real number one contender spot. Because Usman is a guy who has quietly been beating everybody they put in front of him.
Yes.
Well, he has, and I love him. His last fight
Wasn't the most exciting.
But if you go through, who Maya has fought, you look at the way Colby did it. You look prior to that, Usman would have the worst argument. But he has the most potential, probably. Like no one wants to fight.
But before the Damian Maia fight, I wouldn't agree with you because both guys beat
His
Damian Maia.
fight before that was not good. I'm saying
But-
their decisions.
Right.
It's not like he wasn't Darren Tilling people.
I meant before the Damian Maia fight with Colby. Colby didn't have a lot of big names on his resume. He had
No,
one
none of
dominant
them
decision
do.
over
Yeah.
Damian Maia.
Yep.
So, like, what do we got here? He beat Damian Maia as well in his last fight.